Guys, why is Zom so damn good? Just why? I don't understand it. Let me give you a little idea of what I've been doing recently. Because you see, past couple days, I've been going through this season. We're coming towards the tail end of it, and it's going to end soon. So I've been going through it and catching up on a lot of shows, so I can do some videos in the next probably couple days on it. Expect them soon. And I can safely say that Zom is the funnest show this season. It is. In terms of just pure enjoyment and fun I have watching a show, Zom is like number one, guys. That's so insane. I love this series so much. I'm going to be a manga reader. I've already decided it. I'm going to read the manga. It's going to happen. And man, Zom is just so good, dude. And our episodes are only going to get even more wild from here on out with the introduction of Beatrix. Finally, in this episode today. I knew they'd make her like that, by the way. I knew they would. We'll get into it soon. So let's get into to talk about Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead, episode 8 today. So as our episode begins today, we just hear Akira say, Kensho, Shizuka, have you heard of mindfulness? As Shizuka says, immersing yourself in the present and freeing yourself from the past and future, right? As Akira says, that's right. I aspire to maintain that mindset at all times. As Kensho is just like, alright Akira, look, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I don't think you need to do this. As we see, they can cross out Try Soup Yoga off the list. And it's here as we get back on the road, Akira says, this is great. I never expected to achieve 15 out of 100 so soon. I may be able to complete all 100 of them within a month. As Shizuka tells him, yeah, I feel like you might get eaten by a zombie once you do. And it's here all of a sudden as they're driving, they suddenly notice a bunch of zombies attacking this one truck off the side of the road. As Akira's like, let's go! It's been a while, but it's time for my shark suit, baby. As Shizuka's just given up at this point, and as she says, just go do what you want. Because it's here! The superhero of justice, Akira, is here! With sidekicks. But we very quickly see that they might not be needed. As the truck's doors bust open, and a samurai comes out of it, swinging. And as this samurai effortlessly mows down all these zombies, our cast is just looking at him like, what the fuck am I watching right here? What is this? Shizuka's like, are we in a period drama right now? But it's here as the samurai takes off their mask. We're in for a bit of a surprise as we hear, I owe you all a debt of gratitude for your assistance. As we meet Beatrix Hauser, a very clearly foreign woman. But the big kicker is, she's a weeb. Dun dun dun. And real quick, before we continue, I want to say, they actually give us a real opening for Zom this week. It's kind of awesome. I see why they saved it, because Beatrix is all in the opening. But I liked it a lot. I really did like this opening. It's a nice touch. Zombies dancing? 10 out of 10 right there, guys. And as we transition back to our next scene, it's time to learn about Beatrix. As Akira says, so Beatrix, you came here from Germany because you're a big fan of Japan, huh? AKA a weeb. As she's like, ja, Nippon's culture is so wonderful. Kyoto, Fujiyama, tea ceremony, Ikebana. I love this country, and I did much studying on all of them. And it's here as Akira looks in the back of the truck, we see that it's filled with refrigerated fish. As Beatrix says, I have reasons to see this fish delivered. But with my tire gone, that doesn't seem possible anymore. Seeing that you are all brave samurai, I have a request. Would you please help me deliver this fish to Takasaki? And as Shizuka and Kensho are weighing the options, Akira asks her flat out, so why do you want to transport this fish so badly? As Beatrix says, every time I was exposed to Nippon's culture on TV as a child, I've dreamed of coming here, like every weeb. I worked many jobs saving up money, but the morning I landed in Narada, the pandemic was already in full swing. That shit's gotta suck. Imagine going to vacation and while you're there, the fucking world ends. That sucks. But after admiring Nippon's culture for so many years, I just had to see it and experience it for myself. And at long last, I found it. The last surviving sushi chef. The Thai show of this sushi ya told me that if I could deliver fish to him, he would let me have my fill of delicious sushi. As they're like, she's just in it for the sushi. There's no deeper meaning here. But our boy Akira is moved here, guys, as he says, it's clear to me that your love of Japan and its culture is pure and true, Miss Weeb. Regarding that fish, we'll deliver it to the sushi place in Takasaki even if it costs us our lives. As they're like, he's just in it for the sushi too, damn it! As Beatrix says, you are a true samurai, Akira, thank you. So now, we have a new little side mission to go do. And it's here as they go into town to try to deliver this fish, we see that the town is overrun with zombies. So you know what that means, guys. It's time to suit up. As Akira says, shall we get going, Beatrice? As she says, absolutely, Akira. As Kensho is like, you know, it's nice you're motivated, but do you guys have any plan at all? As they say, nope! We're just gonna go smash some heads in. As Shizuka tells them that, I have a plan. Someone has to. As she says, if we're gonna do this, we will all pig out on delicious sushi together. You can tell they're all really starting to get into it now. Because it's here as Kensho distracts them with that tasty piece of ass. He lures them into an alleyway where Akira pulls a truck out and blocks their way. And now, it's time to get to it. As we see throughout the whole town, it looks like they had every zombie come to this point. As Shizuka says, it's just as I planned. And it's here as they start throwing alcohol on top of the zombies. Shizuka says, unleash the flames! But the plan might have hit a bit of a snag, because here's the thing. Not only does the amount of zombies double, there's more here now. They can't light the matches to set them on fire. So we're in a really bad situation now, as Kensho says, at this rate, our RV is going to be buried in zombies. As Beatrix says, we can't fight that many. It's all over. And in moments like this, the only thing that can help is a rousing speech. As Akira says, fear is just an excuse not to act. It's not about whether we can or can't. It's about whether we have a burning desire right here to want to do it. As Shizuka and Kensho are like, yeah, he just wants that sushi. But Beatrix is moved here. Because as we transition to one of her flashbacks, we see that from a young age, she's truly been fascinated with Japan here. And it's kind of funny because I've seen commercials like this too. They get advertised all the time. So it's kind of funny that she saw commercials and like, I want to go there. Because it's here as Akira jumps into the fray and beats on some zombies. Beatrix goes in with him. As she says, I'm sorry about my shameful behavior before. I will no longer waver. And it's here we get Akira Ranger and a new sidekick. And guys, I gotta be honest with you. This little action scene we get right here is actually pretty good looking. We got some really good shots and fluid movements. Beatrix is a beast, bro. She is mowing them down. Low-key kind of making Akira look like a chump in the process, but it's kind of sick. But the zombies just keep coming. They're getting overwhelmed here. But it's here in this moment, Shizuka's plan goes into motion. As we see that they took a drone and all these toys that they could find around town, spread them out to make a lot of noise to distract the zombies. As all the zombies are getting lured away. As Shizuka says, I didn't want to do this because it'd cause more damage. But I guess I have no choice, do I? Once again, the time has come. Release the fire! As our butt-ass naked Kensho throws a Molotov in there and everyone lights up. Like they damn near set the whole town on fire right here. It's kind of wild. As Akira says, hell yeah, baby. Tonight, we're pigging out on fancy all-you-can-eat sushi. And I'll be honest with you guys here. As we transition to our next scene and we see them all digging into the sushi, it looks pretty damn good. Definitely making me want some. As our chef says, you came to eat my sushi even at the end of the world. Eat as much as you like today. My kind of chef. And it's here she's at the moment of truth. We see Beatrix hesitates a little bit. As she does eventually eat it and Akira asks her, so how is it? As she tells him it's bitter. Bittersweet, but delicious. As all these emotions come out of her all at once right here. It's a nice scene. As all three of them tell her, welcome to Japan. Even our chef is moved as he says, I can't believe you're shedding tears over my sushi. I worked every day without any days off. Even on my daughter's wedding day and the day my wife died. I've never felt so honored as a chef. As he says, you guys are probably my last customers ever. So tonight, drink all the sake in the restaurant. Again, my kind of chef. As we can cross out pig out at a nice sushi restaurant from the list. And it's here Beatrix becomes an official member of the squad. And as we transition to our next scene, guys, it's hot as hell out. Everyone is miserable. No one's bathed in days, and everyone probably smells like shit. So with that said, it's time to go to a hot spring, baby. We need our beach/hot spring episode, and here it is. And while Kensho and Akira might be amazed by the scenery here, I see something else right here that's just as amazing, if you know what I mean. As they start crying tears of joy right here. And it's here as Beatrix starts explaining about the wonders of hot springs and how they can cure anything. Kensho says, they can cure everything but love sickness, right? Then hopping in one won't cure my feelings for you, baby girl, Kensho says. Potential ship here? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it's here with Kensho talking about love. It gets Akira thinking about a certain someone standing next to him right now. As he says, normally this would have been a good place for a date. Sorry you're stuck with us, Shizuka. As she tells him, dating is a waste of time and resources for what amounts to temporary pleasure. But Akira rebuttals and says, for me, life would be more fun with someone I liked. And I feel like I'd work even harder because of it. And I fully think that Shizuka knows what Akira is implying right here. I really do. As she tells him, that's ridiculous. You might fall for someone who doesn't love you back. Or become the object of affection for someone you don't like. Love is an investment with poor cost performance. An utter waste of time. Very, very harsh. She shut him down immediately. But our boys don't stay mad for too long, baby, because it's time to get into the hot springs. As Kensho and Akira just dive straight in. As Shizuka says, so much for relaxing in a hot spring, huh? But I guess I can finally wash away this grime. As she says, let's leave the boys and heads to the women's bath. But it's here. We got some bad news, guys. Or good with how you look at it. As Beatrix says, Shizuka, the thing is, there's no hot water in the women's bath. It appears the pump isn't working. As she's like, what? So the only hot spring is the men's bath? as she quickly realizes where this is going. And so do Akira and Kensho, as Kensho says, these are extreme circumstances. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Akira says, there's no need to be ashamed, ladies. We're all human here. As Shizuka says, fuck no. Every fiber of my being is repulsed by that idea. No. As she kills the fun times right here, guys. Damn it. But Beatrix says, wait a minute. You're wrong about that, Shizuka. As she says, let us not be ashamed. Konyoko bathing is a proud culture and historical practice of Nippon. As she rips her clothes off. As these two are like, thank you for loving our culture so much. We can die happy now. But it's here to ruin all the fun. We see that the place is infested with zombies. As we see, they have to scale a cliff to get away from all of them. And none of them are happy about it. For different reasons. And it's here as we transition to our next scene. We see they actually had to sleep up there because of all the zombies. As Akira suddenly wakes up. And it's here he goes through a little stroll through the forest. As we see that he happens to find a little local hot spring in the mountains. So naturally, like literally anyone else in his situation, he's diving right in. I would too. But in good old anime fashion, who should he run into in the hot spring? But of course, Shizuka. As Akira says, I seriously didn't know you were there. It really was an accident. But a happy one at that. As she tells him, I get it. Just get the hell out of here already. As Akira's like, wait, that's not fair. I wanted to kick back in a hot spring this whole time too. If I have to leave without getting into a hot spring after coming all this way, I'd rather be eaten by zombies. As Shizuka's just like, is now really the time for this, you idiot? But it's here we see she relents, and we get a very interesting scene that I'm here for. As she says, if you turn around, you're dead. And it's here, you could cut the tension with a knife right here. It's kind of wild, the tension between these two. As all of a sudden, Shizuka tells him, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about earlier when I shot down your ideas about love. My father never approved of the way I lived my life. When your opinions are always ignored, it makes it difficult to accept the opinions of others. That's a fact. In order to defend your position, you assert your legitimacy by rejecting what others say. But you're not concerned about winning approval. You just say whatever comes to mind. Honestly, it made me a little jealous and frustrated. And the old me just slipped out. As she tells Akira directly, because I think they're both on the same wavelength in this regard, the truth is, I'm just bad at romance. I'm afraid of getting hurt. That's why I said work was more important. And I was just trying to act tough. As Akira tells her, Shizuka, you're being pretty damn open right now. As she just can't help but smile and tell him, you know, if I ever fall in love, I hope it's with someone I can be this open with. It's actually a very nice scene between these two right here. And it makes it more funny when they both realize, what the fuck did she just say? And she's like, whoa, wait, what I just said, I didn't mean it like that. Even though I totally did in a way. As Akira's like, wait, so does that mean? I think it does, personally, but whatever. But it's here to ruin the scene again! Kensho and Beatrix show up out of nowhere, because of course they do, it's fucking anime. As Kensho, noticing them, says, damn, since when did you two start hooking up? As he says, I don't want to be a third wheel, but I won't forgive you for doing this behind my back. Basically making him a third wheel. As the both of them jump in butt-ass naked, baby. As we can technically cross off, kick back in a hot spring from our list. And with that, our episode ends. Just what a fun episode, guys. That's all this show is. It's just such pure fun. But it's also such a great series, too, because of the underlying messages that they try to teach throughout the show. That, you know, life is short. You gotta go out there and live it. You gotta go do something. I love that. This show is so good. Easily one of the best this season. Oh, guys, I'm gonna do my what will I be watching, but my review of this season soon. And I'll give you a little spoiler. Zom's gonna be pretty damn high because it's such a great series. I love it so much. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode and the arrival of Beatrix finally in the show. So let me know in the comments. So until next time, guys, I hope you all have a great day, week, month, and year. And until then, deuces, have a blessed day. Go hop in a hot spring yourself, guys, because that shit sounds good right now. I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.